Right, let's get straight to the point, man. Get straight to it. So, Rockstar once again has been hacked. Once again. And you've really just got to laugh at it, man. You've got to laugh at it now. You've really got to laugh at it. There's all this nonsense that with the physical media and stuff like that with Rockstar, and then they end up getting hacked again. The game gets leaked. Now they've supposedly got the actual full game, and the leakers are threatening to leak it. So all this stuff that they did right for the physical version, I've mentioned it in a previous video, but I'll just mention it again. It's just ridiculous, man. It really is. That Rockstar has been hacked once again. What are they doing, man? What are they doing, honestly? That they've literally been hacked again by a hacker group, as you see right there. The hacker team CyberLeak claim responsibility for the GTA 6 leak. So I've actually saw the footage now. Obviously I can't explain what it is for obvious reasons, but supposedly more's been leaked. That they actually have the game, they actually have their hands on the game. So that just proves, man, that just proves that no matter what I said, no matter what, if someone really wants to leak this game, they're gonna do it. So it's just funny to laugh at, because this game's digital only, right? There's no physical. That's the whole purpose of why they didn't do a physical version for GTA 6. Oh, we're scared of the game getting spoiled and leaked. It happened anyway, twice now. No, actually, it's like 3 times. Appreciate you coming in, Liam. And I'm trying to distract myself today, honestly, because I feel like crap. I'm gonna be real, but I do appreciate you coming in the stream. But they've been hacked like probably more than 3 times now. More than 3 times they've been hacked. The source code got leaked for, I think, GTA 4. You had Rockstar getting hacked by hackers. They were threatening Rockstar, saying if you don't release a trailer or footage, we'll leak the game. And it happened again. I guarantee it'll happen again and again and again and again and again. And in reality, I've got no sympathy for Rockstar. I've got none. They're a greedy company. They don't care about the fans. They honestly don't care about the fans, and they never have. So I got no sympathy for this company. But they're basically being held ransom by this hacker group. This hacker group is saying, respond to us or we'll release the full game. And if they release the full game, man, there ain't no stopping them. There ain't no stopping them, because hackers know what they're doing. If you think that these hackers can't leak the entire game, think again. They did it with The Last of Us. The PlayStation's been hacked many times. Xbox has been hacked. Hackers are showing how vulnerable these companies really are. Literally an 18-year-old hacked Rockstar at one point. That shows everything, how weak their security system is. It really does. So I got the map's been leaked. You can just go, if you really want to find it, it was all over Twitter. I saw the actual real footage. You can easily find it, man. So what happens, Rockstar, when they leak the entire game? What are we gonna do then, Rockstar? We're gonna continue to ignore it. We're gonna act like it doesn't exist. How many games now have been leaked? How many over the years? The Last of Us, the Mortal Kombat 1, the whole entire story got leaked before it even came out. What are these companies doing? What are they doing? You think they would learn by now? You think that these companies would have learned by now to up their security? Same with PlayStation. You would think that PlayStation would up their security, right? You would think they'd do it, but no. They don't. That's why these companies keep getting hacked, man. Because these hackers know how to hack them. And there's no stopping them. There's no stopping them if they really want to leak this game. If they really want to leak the ending of the game, they will do it. They will do it and they will post it all online. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. Because these hackers, they don't care about gamers. They only want to extort companies for money. And if they don't get what they want, even if they do get what they want, they'll still release it. These companies need to up their security, man. That's what they need to do. They need to up their security, or it's someone inside the company. That's how we've got, like, when information gets leaked right before it's announced, like with Nintendo, you've got insiders. You think that these companies would be able to track down these insiders and stop them, but no. I reckon Rockstar does it on purpose so it gives them more publicity. Because I guarantee the ending's going to get leaked before it comes out. I guarantee that. Trailer's already been leaked. The Netflix trailer, as far as I know, that's been leaked. So it's leaked online. There's actually real footage of it. So by the time the trailer comes out, everyone's going to have already seen it. Everyone is going to have already seen the trailer. This is why I say, man, gaming is a joke. It really is. And I've got no sympathy for Rockstar, to be honest. I've got no sympathy. So, it was hacked in 14th of April, so they didn't learn from that. And now they've been hacked again. They got hacked again, right? And then now they've been hacked again. So they've not learned. They've not learned, man. So 4 months ago, right, they got hacked. And now they've been hacked again. So Rockstar must be in panic mode right now, as the GTA 6 leak appears to have access and leaked around 90 early development gameplay. It's all out. All of it. All of the gameplay is out now. It's all out. It's out in the public. All of it is. As I said, man, I appreciate you, Liam. So I'm not making it up, that's why I'm showing you, it's not fake. And if you really dig deep enough, you will find it. You will find it. Most places for leaks, I think, is like TikTok. Because it's happened with many games. That's where I think the original leak footage for GTA 6 came from, TikTok. It was on there for days, and then it got eventually taken down. So, as I said, it's going to happen again, man. It literally is going to happen again. I don't really care about GTA 6, quite frankly, because it's took 14 years to make. There's still no gameplay. Well, actual gameplay. New gameplay. Most of that's old gameplay that's leaked. And I can prove that I have seen it. I have to word it a certain way, because otherwise, with YouTube, but those that saw it on Twitter know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to say it's a scene with Lucia. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to give any details. But you all, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It was on X. Everyone was saying it was AI. Wasn't AI. So the graphics, man, on the leaked gameplay, never seen graphics like that on a game in my entire life, man. No wonder this game took 14 years. Honestly, I'm not joking. The leaked footage that I seen, man, the graphics are unreal. It looks like a movie. It looks like real life. I'm not joking. Just think of Red Dead Redemption, but 10 times that. Looked like a movie, man. It looked like real life. It really did. It looked like real life. So if you really want to find it enough, it was all over Twitter. I think it was the other day. I seen it all. Didn't go looking for it. It was just all over Twitter. So there's people out there like, oh, only a few people are gonna see it. No, they're not. If you can just browse Twitter, YouTube, and it'll pop up. You don't even have to go looking for it. So those that saw it know what I'm on about. I can't go into detail about what was in the clip for obvious reasons. But those that know what I'm on about know what I'm on about. You have to have seen the clip. Everyone on the post was calling it AI. Oh, this is AI, this is fake. It's not fake. It was actually leaked gameplay. And in my opinion, it's not early development the way it looked. It was not early development. That looked like a finished game. So, this hacker, man, has not only leaked old gameplay, they've leaked new gameplay. Because the gameplay that I've honestly saw, looks like the game's finished. That don't look like a game that's in beta or out. I think it goes alpha, beta. Yeah, it goes alpha, beta. So yeah, I saw it. You can believe it or not. So it wasn't just old footage, it was new footage. So this hacker isn't lying. They've got it. They've probably got the full game. The hackers even said that they have the full game. So who gave them the full game? What are we doing, Rockstar? How'd they get access to the full game? This is the problem when you make a digital-only game, Rockstar. This is what happens. When you make a digital-only game, people can just hack into the source code and get it. And this is a digital-only future and the danger of it. This is the danger, man, of an all digital future. What will happen? Banks, video games, everything's gonna go. If you think that because people think, man, when physical media is dead and gone, that no game's ever gonna get leaked again. Yes, it will. We just proved that. There's no physical for GTA 6, right? And yet it still got leaked. But what were all the fanboys saying, right? What were all the fanboys saying? Oh, Rockstar just doesn't want the game to be leaked. They just don't want it to be leaked. Garbage, man. It got leaked anyway. And that's why I'm annoyed, man. So we don't get a physical. And they didn't make a physical now for no reason. Because it got leaked anyway. They've got the game now. It's just ridiculous, honestly. It really is ridiculous. Complete joke, man. And there's many YouTubers talking about it as well. what, and that's why I'm bringing it up. What happens when the ending gets leaked? And let's talk about that as well, because these gaming companies, Rockstar, and that think that, oh, if a game leaked footage gets leaked and the ending get leaked, that no one's gonna buy the game. Get real. If they leak the ending to GTA 6, do you really think that people are gonna go, oh, I'm not gonna buy it now? No, they're gonna buy it. So this is why I said about these gaming companies and why I've got no sympathy whatsoever for Rockstar. None. Got no sympathy for PlayStation either. Because all these companies care about is money. They don't care about you. So in my opinion, I have to watch what I say. I'll just say I got no sympathy. No. In my opinion, I hope the game gets leaked. Really do. Then all you digital gamers, you digital only, all that crying that you did, oh, Rockstar just doesn't want to make a physical because they want to secure it so the game doesn't get leaked. I hope the game gets leaked. I hope the ending gets leaked. So then you cry on Twitter, crying, oh, you just spoiled the game for me. Then you'll understand how we feel. We don't get a physical version of this game because of you. So I hope it gets leaked. I hope the ending gets spoiled. And I'll laugh. I'll honestly laugh. I'll laugh if the ending gets spoiled, man. I really will. Because it will further prove what us physical gamers have said, that it don't matter if you got a physical or not. If people really want to leak games, they will do it. And there's no stopping that. Don't matter if a physical media is dead and everything's digital, the game will still get leaked. You can't control what people do in the world. If you get rogue people in the company, if they really want to leak it, they will do it. They will literally say, hey, I want some clout. People will do it just so they can get clout. They'll leak the whole game. Do you think this hacker group is it joking that they're messing around? No, they're serious. They're saying to Rockstar, if you don't respond to us, we are going to leak this game. So in reality, Rockstar's going to be in panic mode now. They're probably gonna have to release that trailer earlier than they were supposed to, because that hacker might leak it. That hacker might go, you know what, we're tired of waiting for you, Rockstar. Here's the trailer, everyone. Because remember when it happened, I remember the trailer, the first trailer for GTA 6, right? It got leaked, didn't it? Because people got sick and tired of waiting for Rockstar, and the whole trailer got leaked. So Rockstar had to release it instantly. This hacker will do the same again. This different hacker group will do it again. They'll most likely release that trailer, and then Netflix ain't getting nothing. Netflix ain't getting no money, and nor is Rockstar, and nor is PlayStation. So yeah, I hope the game gets leaked. Really do. Because I'll be laughing. That's what you get for being a greedy company. That's what you get. People are tired of the gaming industry. They're sick of it. They're sick of Rockstar's garbage. Now, if they start making like insane requests, obviously I don't condone that and I don't approve of it. There's some nutcases out there. There's some nutcase hackers that will take it too far. They will take it way too far. They honestly will. And I don't condone hackers hacking Rockstar or any company, not at all, don't think that. But I just find it funny. You're getting a taste of your own medicine, Rockstar. You're getting a taste of your own medicine. You screwed over your fans. You said to your fans, you know what, screw you. We're not releasing a physical. Screw you. Want a physical? Too damn bad. Pay 100 for it. So that's why I've got no sympathy. They want to charge us $100 for the game, milk us money to have the full experience of the game, and then they wonder why they get hacked. They wonder why they get hacked by multiple companies, multiple hackers. Do you really blame them? Do you really honestly blame these hackers? They've had enough of Rockstar. It's time to wake up, people. Rockstar doesn't care. They don't care about you, gamers. They don't care about anybody but themselves. Because the cyber leak, they've said two more leaks are incoming. So there's a video here that I'm watching. Just give me a second. Obviously you can't see it, but I'll just read the tweet. So it's an account that I basically got muted on Twitter because I got sick and tired of seeing GTA 6 every 5 minutes. Appears to be a fake account as investigated by the GTA mapping community. According to the Twitter, they are also sending from iPhone. This feature still exists, it's just disabled. The Twitter feature where you can re-enable this by using Twitter. But so this people leaking it on Twitter. So Videotech has warned that both CyberLeak and CyberLeak IO appear to be fake accounts rather than verified profiles belonging to the original leaker. So somebody else is doing it and taking credit for it. Cited an investigation by GameRoll, which considered to potentially credible because its username had last changed in March. So you got someone that isn't even associated with this group leaking it. They're leaking it. And the footage is not fake. You got people out there in cope mode. You've literally got people out there in cope mode. Honestly, if YouTube wasn't so restrict, everyone knows what I'm talking about. That clip that was released on X with Lucia. That's all I'm going to leave it at. Can't go into detail, obviously, because then it's giving too much detail, but other YouTubers have told you, like, this is going to hit Netflix as well. This is going to hit Netflix in a bad way if this trailer gets leaked. If this full trailer for the gameplay and everything like that gets fully leaked worldwide on the internet, guess what? Netflix loses money. But oh well. Shouldn't have been behind this subscription service anyway, in my opinion. So these hackers, don't blame them. Shouldn't be behind a subscription service. You shouldn't have to pay Netflix to view a damn trailer, man. You shouldn't have to. And this is what I said, man. This is why I'll continue to say it, man. This platform is getting ruined. People can't stay in the stream for like 5 seconds or 5 minutes. This is why this platform is just a joke now. Honestly, it's just a joke. Shorts need to be turned off on this site because it's destroying this site. Because people actually probably think that someone's going to post the leaks online. No. So yeah, the full game, spoilers have been leaked, new gameplay, the map's been leaked, and two, the game will be next. The game will be next. So anyone out there going around, oh, it's fake, it's AI, because I'm sick of hearing that as well. You hear it every single time now. This generation of today is like, oh, this is AI, this is AI, this is AI. Tired of hearing that. So it's basically on the level of what I mentioned. It's on the level of The Last of Us 2 in basically 2020. When that, remember when that got leaked? If you think it can't happen, think again. If you think that this full game can't be leaked, think again. When you got these Rockstar shills, these Rockstar fanboys out there, I truly hope they do not leak any story details. I hope they do. I hope they release story details. So a lot of you fanboys, a lot of you Rockstar fanboys, and all the ones that pre-ordered GTA 6 for $100, I hope these leakers and these hackers spoil the end of the game and they spoil the whole story for you. I hope it happens. I really do. I hope it happens. And you want to know why I hope it happens? Is because then these digital gamers will see what we've been saying. You'll get a taste of your own medicine. You honestly will. You get a taste of your own medicine. And anyway, my best advice is stay off the internet. If you want to fully avoid leaks, stay off Twitter, stay off TikTok, stay off those two platforms. And two, this is what gets me with the generation of today. They cry that stuff is going to be leaked. Well, guess what? Go on Twitter, put GTA 6, go to the mute and block feature, go to muted words, type in Grand Theft Auto 6, and then type in GTA 6. And guess what? You'll never see a leak of GTA 6. There you go. Problems fixed. So I don't know why people are complaining and crying over it, because that's all you have to do. It's called common sense. Just go to Twitter and mute words, and you won't see any leaks. Because anything associated with GTA 6, the AI and the bot on Twitter will scan it and it won't pop up. That's the way Twitter works. It's different with YouTube. You have to manually, that should be a feature on YouTube as well, so you can avoid spoilers on YouTube. You can't mute words, unfortunately. It is what it is. The latest leak once again looks incredible, which it does, and shows off massive scale of the city, but the confirmation that there's a build out of the game is terrifying. Well, again, blame Rockstar. Maybe if Rockstar didn't take 14 years to make a damn game, maybe it wouldn't have got leaked. Did Red Dead Redemption 2 get leaked? No, it didn't, did it? Didn't get leaked, did it? So that proves that they've got people at their company that are rogue. Because they've got people, I guarantee you Rockstar's got people at their company secretly leaking this stuff to leakers. That's how it works. So, in my opinion, if Rockstar wants to crack down on these leaks, you gotta find the inside source. You gotta find it. Otherwise, these leaks are never gonna stop. That's how it works, man, with leaks. You have an insider inside the business, and they leak the stuff. So people are worried, man, that the story's gonna be leaked. As I said, my best advice: stay off Twitter, and just mute the word GTA 6, and you'll be fine. If you mute the word GTA 6 on Twitter, you'll be absolutely fine. You'll never see anything from GTA 6 ever again. There you go. There's your problem solved. What people are terrified because the build's out there. They have got hold of the game, and they can do whatever they want with it now. It's either law enforcement gets their hand on the leakers, or they somehow honourable enough to not leak. I mean, you really think these leakers are gonna honour? No. Do you think that these leakers are just gonna say, nah, forget it, we're not gonna leak the game, we're not gonna leak the story, nah, we're just gonna be nice people? No, most hackers don't care. They want to ruin people's fun. So yeah, people should be worried. And this should be a lesson in reality, to the industry. This should be a lesson to the industry, and this should be a lesson to Rockstar, that they need to up their security. They need to up their security, and this will never happen again. But they don't, do they? The amount of times PlayStation's been hacked, they've never upped their security. They don't learn, do they? But they will. This again. But what gets me? None of this happened with Red Dead Redemption 2. None of it did. There's no leaked footage. That game wasn't leaked, and that was a massive game. I'll tell you why this game is getting leaked. Because people have had enough. Wait 'em. They've had enough. 14, almost nearly 14 years to make a damn game. 14 years. That's almost a decade, man. It's took that long for GTA 6 to come out, that I originally started playing GTA 5 when I was a teenager. I'm now an adult. See, that's how long it took. Ridiculous, man. But yeah, Rockstar better pray, man. Rockstar better pray that they don't leak this. They better pray, man, that this leaker doesn't leak the story. Because if they really want to, man, they're gonna release it, and they don't care. They don't care. They don't care about prison time. They don't care about law enforcement. They could care less. They'll leak it, and they wouldn't care. So yeah, they better pray, man. Well, in my opinion, it doesn't bother me. This is my personal opinion. These leaks don't bother me. They really don't. If you're going to buy a game, man, it's not going... This is what I don't get as well. If you're going to buy a game, right, don't matter if gameplay comes out, the story's leaked, you're still going to buy that game. Let's be real. People will still buy GTA 6 even if the ending gets leaked. Why are people acting like the story getting leaked is gonna make it so no one's gonna buy the game? They will. Just stay off the internet. There's your issue. But most people can't stay off social media, especially Twitter, and that's how people find out about leaks. So let's see if there's any more information. Obviously, I'm not showing it on screen. So there's one here watching the last GTA 6 video leak, and the leaker writes his name on the wall. I mean, because these leakers don't care. They don't care. So the people behind the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks allegedly have access to a build of the game, as a new leak video shows the player shooting their name on a wall. And now there's actually other footage that I've seen. Can't go into detail. There's footage about Lucia, and there's footage about Jason. If you saw it, you saw it. You know exactly what I'm on about. And they're not AI. So now let's read this. Rockstar Games is most likely in extreme panic mode with the current leak situation. Previous leaks have only had gameplay footage, which is the old gameplay, but still. This recent one, however, is different, as it has a small cutscene at the end of the video, which again, I've seen. I've seen it. I mean, honestly, nobody honestly cares. It's funny that people get mad about it, man. They get mad. Let's be real. All these people mad at this leaker, they're still gonna buy the game. They're out here complaining, crying. They're still gonna buy the game. Even though people just like to complain and cry on the internet. They really do. This recent one, so we don't know how much story footage this leaker group has on their hands. They could start posting story spoilers, which they most likely will. So yeah, it's most likely going to be woke anyway. So I don't know why everyone's hyped for this game anyway. Yeah, as I said yesterday in the stream, man, you had people crying and complaining. Oh, Wolverine, Wolverine, Wolverine is going to be woke. Oh, look at the boring gameplay. Look at the boring gameplay of Wolverine. It's woke. Yeah, when it comes to Rockstar, right? Rockstar, right? Who's working on the Rockstar game? The same one that's working on Wolverine. The woman that is known to be racist, and they've all admitted in that company that they don't like certain people and they don't hire certain people. Guess what? They're working on the story of GTA 6. So that's why I don't care. The game's going to be woke. It's going to be woke like Wolverine. But the difference with this one is nobody will say anything about it because it's Rockstar. Nobody will call it out and say, oh, this game's woke trash, because it's Rockstar. But they'll happily sit there crying the internet, crying, oh, Wolverine's woke. Oh, Wolverine gameplay is boring, they keep saying. But yeah, in my opinion, I just don't care. And it doesn't affect me. If this leaker leaks the story, who really cares? So that's just my personal opinion. I probably won't even be buying GTA 6 anyway, so it don't affect me. I ain't paying $100 for a game. No way. If it was physical, I would. Certainly ain't paying 100 for digital, but that's the price that you pay. And imagine that you pay 100, pre-order and pay 100 for GTA 6, and then the whole ending gets spoiled for you. Damn, imagine how mad those people are gonna be. But unfortunately, that's the price that you take when you're online. That's the price that you take. And it's a shame with that game, to be honest. I would have actually gave it a try. Orbitals. It's a shame that you need two people to play the game. Stupid, man. I don't know why they keep making these games where you need two players. They did that. It looks interesting, honestly does. This game. The game looks interesting, but unfortunately, this game looks interesting, I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty interesting. But you have to put it behind where you gotta have local multiplayer. Why do they keep doing this, man, with video games? Why do they keep making great games into this two-player experience? Not everybody wants to sit there. And as far as I know, you'd have to the person that you're playing with would have to have bought the game as well. I don't know why they keep making games like this. I would have gave this game a shot, but no. It looks like a decent anime game, but they lock it behind. Oh, you gotta have a second player. See, if you ain't got a second player, guess what? You ain't playing it. I remember that game that they had years ago, No Way Out. I didn't even know. I bought it digital. I didn't know you had to have another player, so I've never played it. I bought it and wasted money. But as I said, man, with this site is literally getting worse. It honestly is. It's getting worse, man. It's honestly getting worse. TikTok's killing this platform. It honestly is. These shorts is killing this platform. I'm calling it now in the future, man. You're gonna see a decline in YouTube. You're gonna see a decline in that. And so many people are just gonna move to Twitch. Because most people can't last 5 seconds in a stream. They honestly can't today. Most people can't last 5 seconds in a stream. There's a modern generation of today is too busy watching these shorts. This garbage content. Well, yeah, I've talked enough about GTA 6. We'll move on to talk about the other thing that's in the title. Let's do something a minute. Do it now. Solution. I'll finish the rest of the tabs later. So right, so we talked about that enough. Let's get to this topic, man. So let's get to this topic, man. As it says in the title, hell is a myth, because it is. I've made many live streams about this specific topic now. That hell is a myth. It's a fairy tale. That's all it is. It's a fairy tale created by religion, Christianity, the Catholics, the church, even Islam, man. It's created it to scare people, because this hell doctrine, this hell myth, basically scares people into turning to religion. Because most religious people, man, you ask them, do you know what hell is? You ask them, yeah. Every single person believes in Christianity, believes that so-called God is going to send people to hell to burn forever and ever and ever and ever. And none of that's in the Bible. Two, we don't follow religion and the nonsense of religion because it's just all fairy tales, especially the myth of hell doesn't even exist. It's the biggest load of garbage and fairy tale on the planet. Honestly is. And how can we prove that hell doesn't exist? Very easy that we can prove it doesn't exist. You want to know how we know it doesn't exist? Because one, all the evidence points to a Greek mythology, that they stole it from the Greeks. And it's just a serious question. If you believe in God, whatever, what God would take joy burning somebody forever and ever? What God would take joy in that? Christians can't answer that question. They really can't. They're like, oh, God doesn't take joy in burning someone forever and ever. Yeah, why would you say that he sends them to hell forever and ever? If he got no joy out of it, he wouldn't be doing it forever and ever. So, two, one, hell doesn't even exist anyway. It's just a fairy tale myth created by religious nutcases to basically enslave people. So if anyone's coming in, we talked about GTA for about 45 minutes. So how long we've been talking about it. Now we're talking about this. We're destroying the entire myth that hell even exists. Also, as well, the title says question and answers, so people can ask me questions about anything gaming related, any topic. That's why it says it in the title. And this is why I said, man. This is why I said, man, with this platform, it is just getting worse. It is just getting worse. Honestly, is. People can't even last 5 seconds in the stream, man. Why even bother coming to the stream and click on the stream? It just annoys me, this platform. It really does. That people can't even last 5 seconds in the stream. I've said it many times now. This platform's bringing its own downfall by releasing shorts. Just do something a minute. Press the wrong button. Right, so let's continue. So, this is proves and is proven and debunking this once and for all. And this, anyone that has doubts, man, that hell exists when it doesn't. It's just nonsense. Why has Islam got so many layers of hell, just like Christianity? Because one, they don't exist, mom. It's a fairy tale. It's made up. We've already exposed religion so many times now on this channel. We've exposed the nonsense that is in Islam and that's in Christianity and Catholicism. We've already exposed it. So they have many layers of heaven. Hell. There's one layer where they say, oh, you'll be eating, you'll be drinking like lava. I mean, it's just fairy tales, honestly. It seriously is. It's just nonsense. So long I've been doing this for. About 57 minutes. That's how long I've been doing it for. 57 minutes. Just doing something for a minute. So again, let's continue with this. So the outermost layer, often seen as temporary holding place for sinful believers, had faith but failed to do good enough or repented. So again, it's just the same as Christianity, man. It honestly is. It's just the same. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing, but it's just a different spin, and they just give it a different name. It is a real place. They say it's a real place, but it's spiritual. How can it be a real place if it's spiritual? How can it be physical if it's a spiritual place? That's how you just expose that hell is a fantasy. And if you really want to know where all this originated from, the myth of hell, well, around the time of, like, when the Jews went into slavery and all that, they had to create a doctrine up because it's just a revenge fantasy. That's what it is. So they had to create a revenge fantasy because a lot of people were doing bad to them, weren't they, right? So they thought, oh, if we make up this doctrine that all these people that have done bad to us, they're going to go to this place of torment. It's a revenge fantasy and it's nowhere in the Bible. Two, again, we don't follow religion, we're here to expose it. There's many layers of it. I forgot to move this out of the way. A blazing roar of fire that strips away the skin. So again, yeah, you'd be dead, wouldn't you, if this happened? A crushing fire that breaks things into pieces that doesn't even make sense. A raging blaze fuel for those who reject faith and divine guidance. A scorching intense heat reserved for those who neglected prayers or mocked faith. So basically Islam's took it to another extreme. It's took it to another extreme and is basically telling you that, hey, we know that hell is a myth and it's all fantasy, but we've invented our version of it. You're going to be punished even severely. Now, everyone says that hell's a literal place, like, right? They say it's under the earth. But then they say it's a spiritual place. Can't be both. When, and this is how it proves that religion is just desperate, man. They're desperate to keep their fairy tales alive, so they have to make up these myths. They really do. Because we all remember that image, right? We'll just show you, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Into hell. So you had this, right? Everyone was, and there was this fake thing that you can look it up. They supposedly put a phone or a microphone down in this, and it was supposedly people screaming in flames. That was debunked. It was fake. It was from a movie. And they said this was hell, right? Oh, they digged into hell. Hell is under the earth. Well, you're right about that. Hell is under the earth. What is hell? The grave. It's the grave, that's all it is. It's the grave. So how can hell be a spiritual place that you go when you die, and it's also a physical place? Doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't add up. But they want to sell this in religion, because this is the only thing keeping religion alive and Christianity alive, is threaten people with the punishment of eternal fire, and it gets people in line. Because they're in the back of the head, oh, better follow this religion because this religion might be true. Might be true. I might be burning in hell for forever and ever. Yet if you read the book that they claim to follow, hell doesn't exist. They just took it out of context. The original words just mean the grave. And if you don't believe me, I've done 4 streams about it, and you can just go type up on YouTube and look up videos about hell. And they'll tell you that hell doesn't exist. It's made up. It is made up. Just like most of this stuff is. So again, they say, right, that hell is under the earth. Oh, hell is under the earth. It's the core of the earth. That's hell. One, that's not been proven. Two, you are going by science, yet you claim going by the Bible. So that's funny. Two, this wasn't literal hell. As far as I know, it was like a gas. It was some sort of leak or something, a fire underground. That's all it was. It was not hell. Two, volcanoes are not the lake of fire either, and they're not hell. Volcanoes have existed for centuries. It's part of the planet. Nobody created them. They've always been there. Well, it's just funny when they said, oh, this is a doorway to hell. No, it's not. It is not the doorway to hell. So after drilling into an underground pocket, Soviet engineers set it on fire, expecting it to burn for days. So that's why it's on fire. They set it on fire. It wasn't originally on fire. They set it on fire. So it's still burning for 50 years. You want to know why? Because it's believed that gas was down there. That's what it's believed, that gas was honestly down there. So of course it's going to continue to burn if there's gas and oxygen there. If a fire's got no oxygen, it won't continue to burn, will it? No, it wouldn't. So, has been burning since 1971. And they say, oh, it's the doorway to hell. Yet they lit it on fire. It wasn't originally on fire. And as I said, Christians used the footage from the Soviets where they supposedly put a microphone down there, and it was like people screaming in hell. And that little, and you've got so many Christians online, so many religious people online reposting it, yet they don't realize that that was debunked. That was literally debunked. It was debunked. It was proven that it was edited, that audio was edited in. No one was screaming. So no one's screaming. There's no need to worry out there. There's no need to worry in life that, oh, when I die, I'm going to be burning in hell forever and ever for what I've done on this earth. No, that's nowhere in the Bible. It's made up. And if you knew anything, the lake of fire was made up by the Catholic Church. They made it up. They injected it into the Bible. They admitted it. There's proof of that. You can just go look it up. They admitted that they came together and they created this imagery of what hell would look like. And it evolved after centuries into what we see today. To scare people that, oh, you better not live a certain way because you might go to hell. It's about control, and it keeps people in line while they profit in. While I've said many times, these elites, that's how they're so powerful. People ask, how are the rich so powerful? How have they become so powerful that they rule over us? Well, you allow it by believing their religions that they created. They created these religions through a form of control to keep you in line. They created Christianity, they created Islam, they created them all to keep you in line. Because what does the Bible say? That's how you know. Slaves, obey your masters. Now, why would God, so-called God, because one, I don't believe that the true creator is that one in the Bible. Sorry, you can get angry about it, mad about it, but I refuse to believe that that book is the true creator. That's just what I believe. I refuse to believe that a book that was given to me by man isn't corrupt. That's just my personal belief. If there's a true God out there, he certainly wouldn't be burning people forever and ever in a lake of fire forever. That wouldn't be something that a God would do or a loving creator would do. So everything in the Bible, man, exposes that this is nonsense. Also, Jonah, when he was in, we've already mentioned this in previous streams, but we'll just mention it again. Everyone knows the story Jonah in the belly of a whale. What does he say? He says, I'm in hell. Hell is a situation. That's all it's used for, a situation. It's not actual something that's physical or a actual place. It can be used for a situation, and it can be you are in your own mental hell. Depending on how you live in life, you are in your own mental hell. If you're poor, broke, you're in hell. You are in hell. That's the true definition of hell. You are in your own hell. And until you wake up and realize that, most people won't see it. You are living in your own hell. You honestly are. You're living in your own hell. Like the rich people, they're living in heaven. Heaven's a form of paradise, like peace, joy. They're living in heaven because they're living life of luxury. They're not oppressed. They're not like poor people are. So they're living in paradise while you're living in hell. That's all it is, man. That's all hell is a situation. That's all it is. But they point to Abraham when Lazarus was in Abraham's bosom. Well, sorry to tell you, Christians, and sorry to tell you, Muslims. Is Abraham's bosom, his stomach, hell then? Because if you want to take that scripture literal, then you're saying that Abraham's stomach is hell. How does that make any sense? It's a situation. See, this is the issue with religious people. When they read a book and take it, everything in it, literal, that's when it becomes a problem. When you start taking these books as literal, no wonder you don't understand it. That was symbolic. It's a parable. It simulates one was living life of luxury. He had money, he had everything. And then the other one got a taste of what poor people were going through. That's why he said, show mercy on me, I've lost everything. He lost everything. He got a taste of his own medicine. That's all it was showing you. But again, you religious people take these stories in the Bible as literal. Like, oh, he's literally burning in hell. No. You just don't understand the text. Half of the stuff in the Bible has already been fulfilled anyway, if you knew that. So why these Christians, man, literally waiting for half of the prophecy to be fulfilled? Sorry, it already happened. because it's just rewritten history. That's all it is. And I've said many times, most of it is stolen from other cultures, and that's proven. I've already proved that. And what is the dangers of taking that book literal? What do we get? We get lunatics going out saying that God talked to them. That's psychopath, man. He said God talked to him, told him to go around slaughtering people. He said God talked to him. Sorry to tell you, if you hear voices in your head, guess what? That's schizophrenia. It's not God. It's schizophrenia. It's called a mental illness. You should seek mental help for it. So all these people claiming that they hear the voice of God, it's garbage. It's absolute garbage, man. It's just a mental illness, and it needs to be. You need to seek help. Because you always notice a lot of religious people as well, they do have mental issues. Because that's the whole point of it, man. Religion manipulates vulnerable people. That's what they do. That's what these elites do. They prey on vulnerable people. That's how they're so powerful. Because you've allowed it to happen. But anyone that actually thinks for themselves or has a brain, oh, you're just a blasphemer, you're just a devil, you'll go into the lake of fire if you don't repent. That's all these religious people can say. That's all they are. They're a robot. They've been programmed by these elites, and the elites are sitting back laughing at you. They're laughing. They're like, look at this guy. He really believes this. He really believes it. Just go look at Islam, man. When they take that book serious, we see how dangerous that religion becomes. We've seen it. We have these extremists out there releasing videos of, we all know what they did, what they do. That's what happens when you take a book as facts. Religion is dangerous. When you give a Bible or a Quran to a not mentally stable person, it's the most dangerous thing, because they will believe anything. I mean, just go read your own book. I don't care if people are offended by it. I really don't. I'm telling you the truth. I used to preach the Bible, man, for 10 years straight. And I've said it. I believe in God still, and I believe in Christ, a true creator. So if anyone thinks that I don't believe in God now, yes, I do. It's just common sense. Science proves it. This earth has been created, and this universe has been created. So it's just common sense. But I don't believe your version of God, Christianity. Sorry. I refuse to believe that a loving God, would burn someone in. And why am I even saying this anyway? Because it's not even in the Bible anyway. We're gonna burn you in hell forever and ever. That's not in the Bible. I've already proven that. Hello, just got home from workout. So, do man, appreciate you coming in here. And I want to make it very clear to people, if you believe in religion, that's fine. We're not gonna attack anyone. And I don't mean physical there. I mean, we're not gonna call you names or anything like that for believing. If you want to believe in religion, that's fine. If you want to believe in Islam, that's fine. We could care less. You can believe whatever you want. Everyone has a right to believe whatever they want to believe in life. That's perfectly fine. But when we don't complain, when we give the reality of the situation that hell doesn't exist, and to say that a loving God anyway would throw someone into a fire and burn them for eternity, that's insane. That's why I said that's the problem. Many Christians out there you'll see are full of hate. They just use the Bible to justify hating certain people. They really do. They just use that Bible so they can justify oppressing people and hating certain individuals. Just come out and admit that you hate certain people. Stop hiding behind a book. If you hate certain people, just come out and admit it. Start hiding behind a religion and start hiding behind a book. Because there's many religious people that do that. They use the Bible, they use the Quran, so they can justify the hatred that they already had to start with. And that's why I said religion is dangerous, man. It's dangerous because you will have some extremist out there, which we see in Islam. What do they do to certain people if they don't believe what they believe? We all know what they do. We know what it says in the Quran to do to unbelievers. So the ones that actually believe that book and follow it 100%, we see how extreme they are. They're violent. Now, if we had some Christians following the Old Testament, they'd start to become violent. That's the point that I'm making, man. Religion hasn't done anything for any good for society. And if you can't see by now that all religion has been created to keep you enslaved, then I don't know what to tell you, man. So, we've already proven that hell's fake. And now, I'll make it very clear. Am I saying that the Bible is 100% not truth? No. Just like with most books out there, they'll have some form of truth. I've already said that I believe that they have twisted the true Messiah's words and the true Creator's words. Ain't no Creator man being jealous. The Creator would be above that. That's how you know in the New Testament the Creator's not jealous, is he? There you go, it proves that they've messed around. And we've already proven that they've messed around with the Bible. You can believe that or not. It's just my opinion. All religions now we've already proven this. This is why I'm saying religion isn't the answer. All the evidence proves that every single religion on the face of this planet all goes back to Saturn worship. What does religion thrive off? Money, power, control, obedience. There you go. And then you wonder why the secret societies are as powerful as they are. Maybe start following their religions. So we've already proven it. All the symbolism is there. But religious people just don't want to admit it. Most of them don't. All the symbols are right there. They all connect. All of them do. Saturn worship. Every religion worships the same God, whether you want to admit it or not. All the symbols are there. I told you. Why did they give you a symbol of the cross? Yeah, if you read the Bible, it says he was hung on a tree. So where'd the symbol of the cross come from? They gave you the symbol of the cross. And if you knew what the cross really was, why do you think Satanists use it? They turn it upside down. It's not a holy symbol, but they've injected it in movies and told you that it is. Yet if you look where the original symbol of the cross originated from, guess what? It's a cube. Cube. Black cube. Saturn worship. Devil worship. So whether you want to admit it or not, you are all worshipping Satan. It may be hard to see this. It may be hard to admit it. Or see the reality that all religions go back to the same source. The devil. So if all these religions, right, all go back to Saturn worship, paganism, what should that tell you? These names that they gave you all go back to paganism. That should tell you, man. And if they gave you that book as well, why ain't you questioning it? The symbols are there, man. They're all there. Again, Saturn worship. People out here like, oh, that's just a conspiracy. Why do you think they got to do what I woke from? Also, I looked that up as well. Watched the video last night. You know that prayer that they give you, that they've told you, the Lord's Prayer? Guess what? Guess what? It's from the Egyptians. I'm not joking, go look it up. That prayer that they give you in religion, that's in movies, guess what? That came from the Egyptian gods. If you think I'm making that up, I'll show you right now. I'm not, it's a certain prayer that I'm talking about. And it goes way back. Egyptian. Egyptian God prayer. The word that they give you, hymn, prayers, were typically structured as hymns of praise or offering directed at specific deities like Ra Amen. Worshippers praise their God's cosmic role, the divine titles, and requested life. So there is an ancient prayer from this. I think there it is. I can't even read that. Even the word amen, man, that they gave you. Guess what? That comes from paganism. The way they tell you to pray, that's found nowhere in the Bible. Where they say put your hands together, that's a pagan way of praying. So everything that you've been taught in religion, man, everything, the word amen, is a pagan saying. Same as the way you pray with your hands together. That's paganism. The pagans were doing that. Now, I can't read that because it's so damn blurry. So it's right there. It's right there, man. It's right there. The prayer that they gave you, man. It's an Egyptian. So you're praying to an Egyptian god. That's what I said, man. This is what I said about religion. All religions on the world, they set up all of this. Stole it from other cultures. And every single time that you say this prayer, you are praying to a fake god. Again and again and again. It's right there, man. It's right there. It's right there. Now, I'm not going to say this is actually it. So it's Petar. No, Petar. We'll see if this is facts. Why is it so blurry? Petar. This is not what I look for. See, it won't find it. So I'm not saying for a fact, but I just find it interesting, man. The kingdom of heaven is within you, and whoever shall know himself shall find it. That's ancient Egyptian proverb. And then you have the kingdom of heaven is within you. I mean, I'm not saying for a fact, but you never know, man. These are things that you gotta question, man. So no, I'm not saying that Jesus is Osiris, but you just gotta question things. My point of this was saying to you that the words like amen, those are paganism. It's a pagan word. What else? The way you put your hands together is paganism. That's paganism. So if you're praying like this, you're just praying like a damn pagan. You are praying like a pagan, man, when you're praying like this. Because who gave you this? Who told you to pray like this? The church did, right? The Catholic Church. The Catholic Church told you to pray like this. Where did this originate from? Paganism. So again, this is as facts, man. Nobody prayed with the lower way. That's said paganism. You won't find anybody, and what do? They give you this image of Jesus, fake image of Jesus Christ, praying like that. Well, sorry to tell you, nobody prayed that way. The praying hands, gesture, palms pressed together comes from the ancient pagan and Eastern tradition. So again, religion gave you this. They gave you and said, you know what? Put your hands together like that. And why shouldn't it be a red flag anyway? The Roman Catholics pray like this. They wrap a rosary around the two hands. That's the way they pray. I mean, it's right there. There's the evidence. If you want to deny it, if anyone wants to deny it, there's the evidence. You've got ancient paganism right there. Ancient pagans praying that way. Folded hands is a pagan practice associated with Indian and Hindu religions, and yet you're praying like that. Because who told us to pray like this? Who honestly told us to pray like this? It certainly ain't in the Bible, so who told you to pray like this? If you can't find in the Bible where it says putting your hands together like this, if you can't find it anywhere in the Bible, then guess what? It should be very obvious that's not the way you're supposed to pray anyway. Should be very obvious. But they've indoctrinated the entire world through this paganism. So I'm just bringing it up to you. You should be questioning what religion has told you, the way to pray, what prayers to use. You shouldn't even be using any prayers that they tell you. Really shouldn't. Stop trusting religion and stop trusting the government until you wake up and realize that every single religion on the face of this earth is to keep you dumb and in bondage. You will never wake up. You won't wake up. You'll continue to be a slave to the system. Most people won't wake up, still in the matrix. Claim that they're born again, right? Yet you're still in the matrix, still doing what the government tells you, still trusting your government, and yet you claim you're born again. You're still a slave. You ain't free. What does born again truly mean? It's not what the church says it is. We'll look that up as well. They've lied as well. They tell you, right, that to be born again is a certain thing that you've got to do. No, if you really looked up born again, it means conscious state. You realize and you wake up. Because you could easily, man, be a Christian, be dumb as a box of rocks, and just be still brainwashed into the world. You're not born again then, are you? You're not awake. When you truly wake up, man, and realize that everything on this earth is used to oppress and control the masses, that's when you truly become born again. You realize that you've been lied to. That's what the government fear. Seriously, the government fear people that can actually think for themselves, that are not brainwashed by religion. So again, praying like that is pagan. It's paganism. And it's right there. It's right there. Now, you can make an argument, it's not very clear, but look what they're doing. Both the hands are together. What is this? Where's this come from? This is ancient Sumerian tablets, right? So if they're telling you to pray like this, should be a red flag. Came from ancient paganism. Anything that the government gives you or tells you, or anything that religion tells you, you should be questioning. You seriously should be questioning. You should be questioning it. You should be like, wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. This guy might be right. I may have been lied to. They may have been lying to us. But no, the average person of today doesn't want to think for themselves, just wants to believe whatever religion tells them. And yet if you knew anything, the real Messiah didn't come to set religion up. He came to set people free, to wake them up. Constantly said it. He didn't come saying, follow religion, worship me. He didn't say it once. Told people to wake up. And that's why I'll continue to say that I truly believe that they have twisted so much of the real Christ sayings. They've twisted them. I mean, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Go look at Gnosticism. It's a bit like the Jesus of the New Testament too. Stop using that yet name as well, because if you actually study the Latin and Greek, his name is Ius. Ius is not the same name. That was the original Greek name, Ius. And then if you go back, all these fake names that they gave you, none of them are his name. None of them are. Well, I almost dropped the phone then. Well, you see right there, man. It's what people do today. Let's just do this. Oops, press the wrong button. Press the damn wrong button. There we go. There we go. I'll be right back near the bathroom. I'm back. I'm back now. So let's continue. But honestly, what I said, you should be questioning what you've been told, man. You honestly should. But that's what religion doesn't want. They don't want people thinking for themselves. That's what they fear the most. They fear people like me that actually want to question what we've been given, question what we've been told, not just soaking up. Because it's just funny with some religious people, they call atheists out and all that and say, oh, you've been lied to by science and by NASA and all that. Yet you don't want to question anything that you've been told by religion. You just soak it up. So it is kind of hypocritical. It really is. It's hypocritical. Any normal person with a brain should be questioning what they've been told. They really should. So what else? Forgot what else I was gonna do now. Just talk about this for a bit. So I finally got the game. Got it right here. Physical version, and it's made by Game Freak, the same people that made same ones that made the recent Pokemon game, Poltopia, whatever it's called. I haven't played it yet, but I was able to get it. It takes place in year 4026. Everyone said that it sucks. The reviewers have been saying that it's trash. I don't know. I don't listen to reviewers, but I was finally able to get the game. For me, it cost I think about 50. I don't know how long the game actually is. That's what the profile picture is. This. So yeah, I think it cost me about 50. Full games on the disc, which I'm surprised. Why couldn't they do this? This is what gets me. This is what gets me, man, with Game Freak. Why couldn't they do this with this? Freak. Paul. Why couldn't they do it with this? Why couldn't they make a physical version with that? Because it's the same company. The same company that made Beast of Reincarnation. I don't know why it's called Reincarnation. Like, I don't know if it has anything to do with reincarnation. From what I've seen, it hasn't. So I don't know why they called it Beast of Reincarnation. But from the footage that I've seen, you get to play with play as the wolf and fight boss fights with the wolf. So why couldn't they make a physical? Why couldn't Game Freak make a actual physical version for Polcopia, or however it's said? Yet they could make a physical for a PlayStation 5 disc. As far as I know, man, doesn't PlayStation 5 disc cost more? And don't you? I've looked it up. There was a developer, man, a indie developer. It cost you like 6,000, almost nearly 6,000 to even get your game physical. So that's why I understand now. I understand with some indie devs. Not everyone's got money to throw around. You have to go through a process. You have to pay Sony. You have to pay Sony for the disc, and you have to pay Sony for your game to be on their platform. You have to pay them. I would have bought this game, man. I would have played it. Well, unfortunately, I'm not buying a game key card. Not happening. I would have actually played this game if they had made a proper physical, but no. No. Nintendo really should have stepped in. They should have stepped in and said, you know what? But then again, Nintendo don't own it, do they? They don't actually own Pokemon. They don't own it all. They own like a part of Pokemon. Game Freak is the one that does the Pokemon games now. That's why most of them are terrible. That's why most of the Pokemon games suck. Especially the ones on the Switch. So I don't know why, if it's not about reincarnation, then why did they call it reincarnation? So it has no religious background, and it has nothing to do with reincarnation, so I don't know why they called it reincarnation then. I mean, it's probably just the game title. What takes place in the year 4026. People are saying it's like a 3 out of 10. But I'm not going to listen to game reviewers on games, because most of these game reviewers say games that are absolute trash are game of the year. But it's made by the same company who made, and this is an annoying thing, had to rebuy the game, had to rebuy it, because if you didn't know, the PS4 version, they released a PS4 version, right, where only one of the games was on the disc, the other two you had to download, so it's a waste of space physical. Then they released a updated version where all of the games were on the disc, but you can't necessarily know. That's the problem. When they release revisions, you just gotta hope that that's the revision version. Otherwise, you're not gonna know. So, had to get the Switch version, and in my opinion, it's a massive downgrade. The graphics are fuzzy. A lot of the graphics are blurry, but I grew up with this game. My favourite one is the second one, Crash Bandicoot 2, and then Crash Bandicoot 3. I think the first one, I don't think I've really ever liked the first one. My favourite one is the second and the third. Classic games, man. You have to have grown up with this to know what I'm on about. And this is the price. It only cost me 3 games, right? 3 classic games cost me $18.99. Now convert that into US dollars. These are the games that I grew up with, man. Great games. When they actually cared. This was the great era, man. Unfortunately, Crash Bandicoot now is dead. It's dead because Activision own it. Activision own it and decide, you know what, we're not doing anything with it now. So, Crash Bandicoot is dead. These are most of these, the generation of today, these Zoomers, they couldn't play this game, they couldn't handle it. It doesn't hold your hand. These games are, you either get good or put the game down. That's the way it was back then. You either get good at the game, and some of the levels can be, especially this one, some of the levels can be really, really irritating. And then they should re-release the PlayStation 2 ones. They really should. Crash Bandicoot. Played that one. I used to own all of them. My dumb ass got rid of them. I played this one. These are probably worth a lot. I remember that one, Crash Tag Team Racing. I had it on the PSP. Unfortunately, don't have one. It stopped working. Years ago, it stopped working. It just froze and locked up, and didn't matter if it took the battery out, it wouldn't turn back on. I played the first one. I played Tag Team Racing. I played Nitro Kart, Twin Sanity. That game was pretty difficult, very hard. I played the one at the end. I don't think I played the one in the middle. No, I haven't. They should because that one that's on the PS2, the first one, that no, they should re-release that because the remade right, the classic one, what was it? And I don't know why they didn't put that on Switch. Probably because it wouldn't have been able to run it, but the racing one, the racing crash game, I think it's Nitro Kart or something like that. They made a remake of it from the ground up. They done a remake of 1, 2 and 3, but they didn't do one of that one there. And they didn't do one of Crash Twin Sanity. If you grew up with Crash Twin Sanity, man, one of the most difficult, annoying games. You had to constantly throw Cortex around. He was constantly with you. You had to handheld him, and some of the levels were irritating. And then you had Crash Bash. That was like a you had more. It was like a mini game. Yeah, the original Crash games were great, man. Crash games were good, even exactly. I own them. That's why they should remake the Tag Team Racing one. I don't know why they haven't. I'll show you. And I'm sure people remember it. Tag Team Racing. You in the loading screen, I'm sure people remember you could either in the loading screen you could either fart or burp. You'd press, I think it was you press triangle and it would fart constantly, and then I think if you press circle or X it would burp. It was funny. You could do it while in the loading screen. They need to bring this game back, man. They really do. They need to bring it back because it was like an open world game. You'll see here. It was like an open world game. You could collect coins, and it had many open world. They weren't massive worlds. You could just go in these worlds, collect coins, race, and you could actually attack the NPCs. You could basically spin at them. And there was even these guys with the masks on. They had mini games that you could do. And it was funny as well, if you started attacking these NPCs too much, they would literally shoot you. But yeah, it was a great game. And then you had this Spiral. I think it was. No, that wasn't it. Spiral. Chaos. was it that I played? This one was pretty difficult. Spiral. No, I don't think I played that one. It was this one. This is what I said. None of the people today would ever even have a clue what these games are. This is when gaming was great. Not like today. What was the one on PS2? That was it. Hey Heroes 2. So actually had boss fights in this one. I remember these, you had to use a specific power. That's not the same game. But yeah, there was these certain levels. So yeah, there's most people that have played Spiral probably think that there's just 1, 2, and 3. No. Also, again, that annoyed me as well. But it was from Ubisoft, right? And that should show you that Ubisoft has always been anti-consumer. Because even the Spiral one, man, only one of the games is on the disc. It's annoying, man, it really is. When you have to re-buy games because they're so lazy to put the game on the disc. You had to have grew up with this. You honestly did. You had to have grown up with this. There was many Spiral games out there. Even this, that now that I'm just thinking about it. SpongeBob PS2 games. Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. This game was pretty difficult. I had, I don't know why my dumb ass got rid of it. I had the SpongeBob movie game. Now, there's a guy that streams, he speed runs SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom all the time. And even he said, when are they going to remake movie? When are they going to remake the movie one? It's obviously not going to happen at this point. That's the SpongeBob game that they should remake. Because THQ still has the license. Just remake the game that everybody wants. Instead, they decide to make another SpongeBob game. I've got all three. You've got Battle for Bikini Bottom. Then you've got, it's Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Then you've got, Cosmic Shake. That was the second one. And then you got the new one, Titans of whatever it's called. So they release 3 SpongeBob games, but they still haven't done movie yet. Why? And even if they do it in the future, it's never going to get a physical. I've heard rumours that they're doing a remake for Simpsons Hit and Run. That's cool and all, but it ain't gonna get a physical. So you can just emulate that game now anyway, so who cares about a remake? This game is pretty difficult. I remember that there was levels in it where you had the leaf blower. You basically had to do jobs for the Flying Dutchman. I remember it. And you would think this is one. See, the movie, the PC version, isn't like the PS2. It's a completely different game. The version on PC is like just it's a point and click what you see there. I own it. This is this is a time when PC actually had physical media. So there's two different games. Now I don't know if this is the version that you'll get in America. And even the Battle for Bikini Bottom on the PC is it's a completely different game. I think it was only for the UK, I think. Because the version on PC was a completely different game. And I mean a completely different game. It was not like the movie. Well, it was kind of like the movie, but it's not like the PS2 game. It's completely different. It's just a point and click. In my opinion, it's far better. As you talk to Squidward, you had to do stuff. And then there was another one that you got where it was mini games. And then there was another one where I think this is the one with the one where I think it is. Yeah, there was the mini games. There was so you see, this is what it was like. You literally played as her in the game. It was just a point and click game. That was the gameplay. And there was even a scene where you have to steal pills or something from some old woman. See, it's a completely different experience if you play the PC version. It's not the same game as the PS2. And then there's one where he goes meet his grandma. That's the Battle for Bikini Bottom PC version. It's not the same as... Now, it may be the same in America, but over here in the UK, we got the movie game, but it was nothing like the PS2 version. So it was a completely different game. Maybe it couldn't. Maybe back then it's because it couldn't run on PC. I mean, back then certain games probably couldn't run. How long have we been doing this anyway? 2 hours so far. Um, like I even grew up with Tony Hawk. Well, I didn't really grow up with it. I played the demo, and I played. There was even a demo for you had where you could play on a BMX bike. Like even that game, it's fun of that now. That's lost now, and Rockstar's never gonna do it, obviously, because they obviously don't care. Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories, man, are the only GTA games now that are not on any platform, because you can just go play GTA 4 on a PC, but Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories is stuck on the PS2 and the PS Vita. I played it was like Scarface. The Vice City Stories was it was like you would actually have to run your own empires. You'd set up your businesses. You know, you'd have to go raid. I obviously can't mention certain words, but we all know what you did in the game. It was a great game. Honestly was. Yeah, man, I might leave it here because I do feel like crap. I honestly do appreciate all the people that came into the stream. I appreciate the 4 people that liked the stream. I appreciate everyone that came into the stream. D-Man, um, Liam, um, whether that person's still here, Phil. Appreciate everyone that came in talking. So yeah, I'll see everyone later. Take care. Appreciate all the support, I really do.